inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, ladies. Oh, good morning. It may not be morning when you listen to this, but it is early in the morning for me. I mean, like dark outside morning. This is just a really good time for me to record my podcast because my entire house is asleep and I was just sitting here soaking in the morning. And, you know, sometimes I come in here and I'm like totally amped. And lately I've been noticing when I've been doing some of the recordings, I've just been pensive. Maybe we can say just laid back. And, you know, I want to talk to you guys because I want to make sure that you're on point. You know that. That's why I do the podcast, you know, and I'm usually talking about your mindset and, you know, beasting and all of that stuff. But today I want to talk about your magic number. And this is really important, right? One of my former coaches sent out an email and was like, you need to read this book, A Company of One. And I started reading it. I love the book. I do. And I realized that it lines up with most of the things that I teach my clients. And I wanted to come and share something with you guys today. You know, one of the things that irks me is that every time I turn around, somebody's like, scale, you know, I see your profile. You got this really powerful nature about yourself. Come learn how I help, you know, entrepreneurs scale to, you know, 7 figures. And the way they talk and the way that they present what they have to offer, it just always feels and looks like this big old thing where I've got to grow and get this huge ass team and, you know, all of this stuff. And I'm not anti-team. I got a little teeny team. I'm proud of the team that I have, but I'm always looking at the people like, you don't even know who I am. You don't know what I represent. You don't know what the vision for my business is. You haven't taken 2 seconds to talk to me. And the only thing you want to talk about is how you can put me in a position to morph my business into this money-making machine, which on the surface sounds good, but what's going to be required of me to do that? And I never get straight answers back when I ask very basic questions. And at the end of the day, I just want to talk to you though. You know, what does that look like for you when somebody's telling you, I can help your business grow, I can help you make more money? Have you ever really sat down and thought about, you know, what that is? You know, if you lived life the way you wanted to, and I want you to think about everything, and that includes maxing out on how much you can put in your IRA every year? How much money are you going to put into money markets or stocks? How much money do you need to be able to save into your emergency fund? Will you buy cars cash or will you lease them? If you lived where you wanted to live, what is your rent going to look like? If you eat how you want to eat, what will your grocery bill look like? Your utilities, everything. How many times do you want to travel on average based on the countries that you want to visit? How much money will you need for each trip? If you have a lifestyle where you want to be able to shop, what does that look like? And a lot of you, once you do that and you find that magic number, you may realize that magic number is only $323,000 a year. You don't have to necessarily make 7 figures in order to live the kind of life that you want to live, and that you can still leave a legacy for your children. You can still be able to spend quality time with the people that you love. And depending on how you structure your business, honestly, you may have peak seasons where you work a lot and maybe you vacation, once a month, every other quarter or something like that. I don't know. But when was the last time you sat down and wrote down your vision for your lifestyle? I had a conversation with a woman the other day, and this is, kind of off tangent, but she had a situation with picking the school that she wanted her child to go to, and if they were going to be in a gifted program. And people were like, if you don't want them to be in that program because you're not feeling the school, you can always supplement, because it was some bunch of issues around it. And when she and I talked, I was like, but you're looking at this event singularly, and you got to sit down and look at the entire thing. So just saying, oh, I'm not going to, put my child in this school, you can't say that, because you can supplement. It's not about the fact of whether or not you can or can't supplement. Look at the vision for everything. What is the vision for your business? And then also, what is the vision for your children? And will this school help get them, where they want to go? And so when we make decisions a lot of times with our business, a lot of coaches are pretty much just like, hey, what's your number for this month? You want to bring in, what do you want? You want to bring in, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K a month. What's that number? And then you just go and you just start setting up sales calls, and you making sure you price your products and services in such a manner that you can make that amount of money. But, when you're doing this entrepreneurial thing, you have to have big picture, and then you have to, deconstruct. You have to reverse engineer in order for you to, really work that thing out. And so what is that big number, and what is then go back? A lot of times these conversations aren't had with you. Some of you barely need 150K a year in order for you to live life the way you want to. You have a very frugal lifestyle. You don't have any children. You don't have certain responsibilities. You have a spouse that may have a decent amount of money coming in, doing what they're doing. If 150K is all you need, then guess what? Bringing in 12K a month is 144,000 a year. You're not that far off. You don't need to, have someone push you. Yeah, go for 20, or whatever it is. So what's your magic number? Don't really have to talk that much longer. I just really want you all to think about that. When was the last time you thought about what is your magic number, and then work your way backwards and see what it is that you have to do? Because you can have a very simple company that makes a very huge impact and not have to do a lot of work, not have to do a lot of scaling, and have a very simplistic business model. I don't encourage all people to build their business models the same. Some people have these very big visions where they have to lock in systems and processes to be able to pass it on to other people. Some people just need a business model where they have systems and processes locked in so that they can keep, offers on autopilot. What's your magic number, ladies? That is, my podcast episode for you today. Make sure that, the vision that you have for your business, that you've well defined that bad boy, and move accordingly. And so the last thing I'll say to you is this, You know, a lot of you, you've been listening, you've been following me for a while, and I know you're thinking about so many things, and you love the podcast because it keeps you on your A game. It helps you stay motivated. You stay encouraged, and it'll give you that mental muscle to hang in there. What's your strategic muscle like? How are you looking? And, you know, if you need the help, ladies, I keep saying this. Yes, I have high ticket options, and there are people who pay me top dollar so that they can get what they need on a more concentrated in a more concentrated way, which allows them to accelerate more quickly. But a lot of you know that you need the accountability and you need the guidance. Right now, while this podcast is airing, just in case somebody ever comes back and listens to this later on, while it's being recorded, it's literally only $147 a month to join the business group and to be in the midst of a team of a bunch of women who are doing the exact same thing you're doing. And before you judge a group, I don't care what you've experienced anywhere else. I don't do DIY. I do DWY. It's done with you. There is a portion of me that is involved in that group to help give you guidance on a day-to-day basis. And so no just randomly getting the advice that I'm giving you here on the podcast, but getting advice that is tailor-made to your situation and your vision for your business. That's something else that will accelerate your growth rather rapidly. So the links are on the page. You know, if you try, if you like it, you stay. If you like it, but you still think you could do something different, you can cancel at any time. You're not obligated to sign a year-long contract or anything. So I just want to encourage you to come check out the group. It's still called Fix My Business as of now. And allow me to help you so that you could be laser focused and build the business of your dreams. So anyway, I love you, ladies. Go ahead and make that magic number.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and